I'm Randy Demmer. I am currently serving my 4th term in the Minnesota House. I live in Hayfield. I have 3 daughters, all grown. Well, one's in college yet, but I'm going to, because of limited time, I'm going to dispense with the rest of the introductions. You can read about me in other places. I don't have to, I'm going to start with the obvious. I don't have to tell you all that we live in a very difficult time with lots of challenges. I like to call them opportunities, because you can always find an opportunity in things. But today we have challenges both at the state level that we're dealing with in the state legislature, and it goes right up to the federal level. Jobs, private sector jobs are sagging. The state of Minnesota is an example. Our revenues coming in the current biennium are going to equal approximately those in 2006. But our spending levels are at 2009 and 2010. We have to have a balanced budget in the state of Minnesota. The federal government, on the other hand, does not have to have a balanced budget. Should they? I believe they should. Do they? No. $2.2 trillion worth of revenues coming into the federal government. Current obligations, current spending looks like about $3.7 trillion. Unfunded obligations going forward, $65 trillion going forward. Now you say the problem is taxation. The problem is too many taxes. And I agree, there's too many taxes. But I submit the real problem is what we've been witnessing for the last number of years under all kinds of administrations, totally exacerbated and totally expanded upon and accelerated by the current administration with the support and full advocacy of our Congressman Tim Walz. And that is an exponential growth in government across all sectors, with the firm belief by this administration and by Mr. Walz that we can somehow spend our way to prosperity with taxpayer dollars that are going to be paid for in the future by our children, grandchildren, great-great-grandchildren going forward. That's assuming we can even service the massive amount of liability that we've got in front of us. I submit to you it's madness, what we're doing. To think that our country, which was built on the belief that individual people, that individuals could govern themselves, set up a set of a lattice work, if you will, of rules and regulations that we could live by, and that a private sector-based economy based on market principles, based on innovation, based on individual people starting up businesses, entrepreneurs, and finding solutions to society's needs and wants and desires could work. We are going away from that with this current administration. As a business person, 25 years of business ownership, signing the front side of paychecks, hiring people, building buildings. As a farmer, raised corn and soybeans for 18 years, trying to find a way within an open market society to do it better than the next guy, find a way to be more productive, more innovative, more efficient. As now someone who's been in a school board for 11 and a half years and now in the legislature for 7, I will have 8 years. I have a perspective on our economy, or I have a perspective on our society that I would like to take to Washington that's rooted firmly in the belief that the private sector is the answer. The private sector jobs, innovation, entrepreneurism is what got this country to where it is. It's going forward what will bring our country to future greatness and to continue where we are. I'm in this race because I firmly believe we need representation from our district that takes us that direction as we work on an administration that simply doesn't get it. What we can do in the 1st District of Minnesota is send somebody that understands these principles of entrepreneurship, of private sector importance, and of individual responsibility that can be a part of the solution. So I ask for your support as I work forward, spread this message. I believe it's being heard, and I believe it's going to be heard ongoing.